Welcome back to the series of lectures on digital system design and myself, Raja Kishore, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, Mary Lakshman Reddy Institute of Technology and Management. In the last videos, we were discussed about different methods to minimize a Boolean functions, like using a Boolean theorems and a formulas. The first method we discussed, and we have seen the simplification using a K-map. So whereas a K-map simplification is possible up to 5 variables. In case if it function having more than 5 variables, then it is very difficult to simplify the particular Boolean function using a K-map. So the method which used to minimize a Boolean functions if the number of variables or literals in the function are more than 5 or a 6. So the method is called as a Quine-McCluskey method. So this method is also generally called as a tabular method. So let us see with an example how this method is going to be simplify a Boolean expression. So in order to manipulate the functions of a large number of variables or a more schematic procedure, preferably one that can be carried out by a computer, is necessary. So the tabular procedure, also known as the Quine-McCluskey method of reduction, satisfies this above requirements. So this tabular method is used to minimize the Boolean functions that was developed by V. Quine and extended by Ed McCluskey. So only we can say that Quine-McCluskey method. So it is a functionally identical to the Karnaugh map, but tabular forms makes it more efficient for the use in computer algorithms, and it also gives a deterministic way to check the minimal Boolean functions has been reached or not. It sometimes referred as a tabular method, as we said earlier. So this method involves the two steps. So finding of all the prime implicants of the function. So those prime implicants in a prime implicant chart to find out an essential prime implicants of the function, as well as the other prime implicants that necessary to cover the function. So what is the prime implicant and what is the essential prime implicants? So the prime implicants are the groups, or it is a sum term or a product term which can be combined with another product or a sum term. So whereas essential prime implicants are the implicants which is mandatorily present at your outputs. So we'll see in the details. So the procedure for the McCluskey method. So the following steps are involved to simplify using a McCluskey method or a tabular method. The step 1, arrange all the minterms in an ascending order and make the group based on the number of ones present in their binary representation, so that there will be at most n plus 1 groups if there are n Boolean variables in Boolean functions or n bits in the binary equation of minterms. So what this step 1 is telling that, so whenever you want to start a reduction using a tabular method, first you need to be arrange all the given min terms in case of SOP or max terms in case of POS in an ascending order based on the number of ones present in their system. Okay. And step 2, compare the min term of present in successive groups. If there is a change in only one bit position, then take the pair of those two min terms, place a symbol of dash, okay, in the different bit position and keep remaining bits as it is. And third step, repeat the step 2 of our newly formed terms will get a prime implicants. Step 4. Formulate the prime implicant table. It consists of a set of rows and columns. Prime implicants can be placed in a row wise and minterms can be placed in column wise. So place one in all cell corresponding to the minterms and that covered in each prime implicants. So find out essential prime implicants by observing each column. If the minterms is covered only by one prime implicant, then it is an essential prime implicant. Those essential prime implicants will be part of a simplified Boolean function. So then reduce the prime implicant table by removing the rows of essential prime implicants and the columns corresponding to the minterms that are covered in the essential prime implicants. Repeat the step 5 for reducing a prime implicant table. Stop if the process when all the minterms of given Boolean functions are over. So these are the 6 steps we need to follow to reduce a Boolean functions using a tabular method. So let's see with an example so we can able to understand better way. Yeah, let's take a simplified Boolean function like f is a function of w, x, y, z and it is a summation of 2, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 and 15. So I want to simplify using a table because even though it is a 4 variable, it can easily determine using a k-map. But for better understanding, let's do this in a tabular method. So in the given Boolean function, the sum of minterms form, it is having a 4 variables w, x, y, z and the given minterms are 2, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 and 15. The ascending order of these terms based on the number of ones present in the binary equivalent is 2, 8, 6, 9, 10, 11, 14 and so how this ascending order I'll show you in the table. Okay, so now so if I'm taking this group 1, I'll forming ascending order with the number of ones. If 2, there is only one is there because 2 binary value 0010. So 1 is there here. Okay, 1. Similarly 8 only 1 is there. So these two can form as a group of group 1. Similarly I'm checking for second group which is having 6. It is having a 2 ones. 9 having 2 ones and 10 having 2 ones. So this can be formed as of another group where number of ones are 2. Here number of ones are 1. So then I'll go for 1, 14 and 13, 14. There are 3 number of ones and 15 there are 4 number of ones. So this is a table I formed based on the step 1. All the minterms are arranged in an ascending order depends upon the number of ones present in its binary value. Okay. Okay. So then, so I'm finding a group. Okay, forming a groups based on previous values. So if I take 2 and 6, okay, if you see here in the previous, now I'll take and I'm going to compare 2 and 6, then 2 and 9 and 2 and 10 because each of the minterm I've compared with the group 1 to the successive group 2. So when I'm comparing 2 and 6, what is the value? 0, 1, 0, okay, same value. 0, 1, here it is deferred, okay. 1, 1 is the same value and 0, 0 is same value. So whenever I'm comparing a group 1 with a successive group, if a same value is there, the value will be returned as it is. In case any difference value, that has to be marked with this dash symbol. Similarly 8 and 6 and 8 and 9 and 8 and 10 has to be compared. So by comparing, we form the table like this. 2, 6 we are compared, the x variable is eliminated. 2, 10 we are compared, here w is eliminated. 8, 9. So like this, I am going to be compared the things. Okay. 4, 6 and 14, this is eliminated. 9, 10. So this is a table which is matched. So now from this table I need to go for another table where it is can be reduced further. So this group 1 as compared to the group 2 again here. So 2, 6 and 6, 4 of minterms has to be compared. Okay, this is the compare. Variables are less than 4. Okay, less than 4 we need to be used, or in case 5 also we can able to use K-map. In case your variables in the function is more than 5, we need to go for this tabular method. Okay, so what is this tabular method? So in order to, okay, in order to manipulate the Boolean functions, as we said that a number of variables, so to reduce that number of variables, we are going for this tabular method. Okay, so this tabular procedure can also known as a Quine-McClurcy method. Okay, Quine-McClurcy method for reduction. Okay, so why we can call it as a Quine-McClurcy method? Because two different authors or two different algorithms are merged here, and these are developed by Quine and executed by McClurcy. So the name of this method called Quine-McClurcy method, and we can simply called as a tabular method. By the name indicating tabular method, we need to be use number of tables to reduce the number of variables. So only we can say that this method is called as a tabular method. So as I said that it is functionally identical to the K-map, but in tabular forms makes one efficient to use the computer algorithms and gives a deterministic way to check the minimal function of whatever I said, that it is very similar to the K-map, but in the K-map we use the map called 4 variable, 16 squares we used, 3 variable like 8 squares used, so that we mapped, we grouped. Similar manner only, but it is followed by using a tabular method. Okay, it is using a tabular method. So this method involves two steps. One is to find out the prime implicants. So here a question arises, what is a prime implicant? Okay, so the better way you can understand, when you are grouping a 4 variable or a 3 variable, if I'm grouping 2 or a 4 or 8, that is called as a prime implicant. So grouping of variable, how many maximum possibility groups are called as a prime implicants. Then what is essential prime implicants? So then after finding a prime implicants, we need to be form a chart using a prime implicant, and in that prime implicant we need to be find an essential prime implicant. So let I draw a one table here. This is for a simple example purpose only. Yeah, let's take a 4 variable K-map like this, and we don't bother about what is the values and all. This we know to understand what is the prime implicant. Yeah, so now if I group, so this is the one group is formed possible, this one group is possible, and when I use the a large adjacency, this one group is possible, this is remain not grouped anywhere, so that is also a mandatory. So now in this particular chart, this is also one group available, right? Because depends upon a user, they will consider this group also. So number of groups 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So the 5 maximum possibilities of grouping is there. So the prime implicants are 5 prime implicants are there. Okay, because here it is already mapped. You get a doubt, sir, it is already mapped with these two now. So then why should I? Because that is also possible way, but that depends upon whoever want to be solved. Okay, whoever want to be solved, it is whoever want to be solved, they can able to. So I can say that these are the maximum possibilities to cover all the product terms in case of this particular sum. So that I can say that totally 5 possible conditions are there. So I can say that 5 is called as a 5 prime implicants are there. So in case, what are the essential prime implicants? So to get the minimum expression, this is required, and this is also required, and this is also a required, which means that we can't neglect in our output expression that these should be there. So the essential prime implicants are 4. What I have removed here, already mapped one is there, no, that has removed, because that is not required to get my minimum expression. It is already mapped. Why should I map once again? So in case of the prime implicants, I can say that 5 are the prime implicants, where in case of an essential prime implicants, whatever the required Boolean functions or a product terms should be present at your output, those should consider as a essential prime implicant, which means that I can't reduce further more. It should be considered. Okay, it should be considered. That is called as a essential prime implicants. Hope you understood. Any doubt here? Is anyone having any doubt about what are the prime implicants and what are the essential prime implicants? Yeah. Hope okay. Cleared this thing. So now, then when I want to know after finding a prime implicants chart, let's go with an example. So follow the steps to simplify the Boolean X functions using a Quine-McCluskey tabular method. Okay, these are the 5 steps. Whatever the step 1, whatever the functions given variables are there, like summation of I have function like this. Function f is equal to summation of 0, 1, 4, 8, 10, 15, like that. So what I need to do, all these product terms need to be arranged in an ascending order. Okay, after arranging an ascending order, you need to be grouped. Sir, how can I group? So the group need to be grouped in such a way that how many number of ones are there in that equivalent of Boolean. Suppose if I take a 0, so 0 can be represented as a 4 zeros. 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, a 4, 0, 1, 0, 0. Then 8, 1, 0, 0, 0. Then 10, 1, 0, 1, 0. And 15, 1, 1, 1, 1. So now this is an things I have arranged in an ascending order. Now then I need to go for a grouping. Sir, how to group? So the group 1, I can say that number of ones are in this. So first group I will take as a 0, 0, 0, 0, which means that binary value 0. This is group 1. Why, sir? Because here there is no ones. Then I'll take a group 2, those who having a number of ones in 1. This is 1, here 1, 1. So that I'll take 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. So this is a group 2, that is nothing but 1, 4, 8. Min terms of 1, 4, 8 having only ones. Only ones are there in binary value. So that group I'm taking as a group 2. Then I'll go for another group, that is group 3. So 1, 0, 1, 0 only. That is nothing but min term of 10. So why, sir? Is there another? No, because the group 3 that is having 2 ones. Then I'll go for group 4. I need to be checked. Is there any 3 ones in that variables? Boolean binary values? Though there is no term, then leave it. Then go for 4. Yes, I have 4 ones. So 15. So like this, I need to pick group. Hope you understood what I am doing here. The step 1 is to be find out all the min terms in your Boolean expression, Boolean function. Arrange all those min terms in an ascending order and then group those min terms as a groups depends upon number of ones present in that binary value of that particular min term value. Okay, so hope this step is also understood. Then step 2, now start comparing the min terms of present group with the next group. Okay, and if there is any change in 1 bit position, then take that pair. Suppose here, what is this? Okay, someone is trying to log in with some access. Okay, leave it. Okay, suppose I have a group 1 I have a group 1 of 0 0 0 0. Okay, that is 0 value of min term. Okay, group 1 having 0 0 0 1, that is 1, and in that also 0 1 0 0 4, next 0 1 0. Okay, let's take here 1 1 0 0 8. So this is a group 2. Now what is the second step is telling? Start comparing with a group 1 or a starting group with a successive group, next group, and if the values of the positions are same, take it as it is. In case of if any value is changed, then mark it as 0. So I am comparing group 1, 0 and 1. 0 and 1 min terms are comparing. Okay, here 0 0 same, 0 0 same, 0 0 same, 0 1, and which means that last position is changed, so that I'll take the value like 0 0 0, and this position is marked with a dash. So why I have marked? Because when I'm comparing 0 and 1 min terms, I have the fourth, that means LSB position is differ. Okay, that is completed. Then again this group completed, then group 1 with next variable, so 0 with 4 I am comparing. Okay, so starting is same, bit position B3 0 to 1 changed, so dash, then other things are changed same. Okay, then I'll compare with 0 and 8. Okay, first itself changed, other 3 are same. So this is a step 2 I am comparing with. So this step 2 need to be, this is a tabular, like the tables I need to be compared. So now after all possibility compares, suppose now it is completed, group 1 is completed to group 2. Now suppose I have a group 3 like 1 0 1 0. Then I need to be compare group 2 variable with the successive groups. Okay, and when you are comparing, you need to be make, if it is paid, okay, 0 is paid already with someone, 1 is paid, okay, here 4 is paid, 8 is paid, you need to be mark those things. Why should I mark, sir? Because if unknown paid term is anything found, that can called as a prime implicant. Okay, now like that, if I this is completed, now group 1 I need to be do like a 0 changed, 0, okay, same. So here 1 and 4, 1 and 10, if I'm comparing 1 and 10, if I'm comparing, there are 2 changes, here 1 change and everything, here 1 change, so it is not possible to group, leave it. Then come for the 4, 0, this 1 change, this leave it, it is also not possible. Okay, then 8, it is, so which means that this group is not possible to compare anywhere, so leave it. Then go for next one if I have any group. So like this procedure need to be do n number of times to get your minimal expressions like this. If pairing anything is possible, you go for another table. In case if it is not possible, then you need to be go for, okay, yeah, step 4. So now formulate the prime implicant table that consists of all sets, okay, consist of a set of rows and columns where the prime implicants can be placed in the row wise and the min terms can be placed in the column wise, which means that now I need to be form a table like this, okay. In this table I need to be write a prime implicant p1 or a p2, p3, so which are founded in your previous tables, and here I need to write all the min terms 1, 0, 1, 4, 8, 10, 15, and whatever the value, like that in previous case I got something, some 0 0, some dash 0, so which means that what is the value here, so that corresponding a b c d, if I kept a b c d, so that corresponding value need to be crossed with cross mark, okay. Like that we need to be fill all these prime implicants tables. So with an example you can better way you can understand the thing, okay, but these are the procedures. Let finish these things, okay. Then step 5, find out an essential prime implicants, which means that in the prime implicant table is there any cross mark kept as an leave it as an one cross mark which is not having any rows and columns, that should be an essential prime implicants, that should be present your output, okay. If the min terms covered by only one prime implicant, then that is an essential prime implicant, that should be in your part of your simplified output, okay. Then reduce the prime implicant table, removing the rows for of each essential prime implicants and columns and corresponding min terms covered in. So like this step 5 need to be repeat. So finally whatever we got, that is called as a minimum expression. So let's take an example here. So let us I am not going for, even though it is possible to do a tabular method for 5 or 6 variables, but starting I'm doing with a 4 variable only to get easily understand, and you can verify your answer because already you know 4 variable using a tabular k-map. So let's implement the same thing using a tabular method and recheck that with a k-map so that we can easily understand, okay. Yeah, so the given boolean function having the sum of minterms having the 4 variables w, x, y, z, and the given minterms are these things, and arranging those in ascending order I got 2, 8, 6, 9, 10, 11. Sir, how we got this is because based on the number of ones, I have arranged. So in the boolean expression 2, how many ones are there? 0 0 1 0 8. So this is 2 and 8. Then 6 I'll take 0 1 0 1. So 2 ones are there. 9 if I take 1 0 0 1, 2 ones are there. 10 1 0 1 0, 2 11 I have 1 1 0 1, 3 15 if I take all 4. So similar manner I have arranged so that this is a got, okay. Then so this is a table, this is the group names, like ascending order group A1, you can write anything, group 1, group 2, group 3. So min terms of 2 8 which is having only 1 ones here. Next 6 9 10, 2 ones are there in binary value. Then group 3 3 ones are there. Group 4 4 ones are there. So these are arranged in an ascending order. Now I need to be form another table by comparing group 1 to group 2. Okay, this is your group 1, this is your group 1. Yeah, now this. So here if you see now, so 2 and 8 6 are compared, okay. So 0 0, okay, 0 1 have a change, so I mark with a cross mark. So dash is given, then 0 1, okay, 1 I have right, 0 0 0 I have right. So 2 6. So I need to be mark a tick mark. 2 is compared with 6. These two are already grouped. If it is not checked also, I don't bother because it is already paid in somewhere, some in terms. Then I need to go for 2 with 9. 0 1. Already one change is there. 0 0, okay, no change. 1 and 0, there are two changes, so leave that one. So 2 and 9 is not paid in a min terms. So then I'll go for 2 and 10. Okay. 0 1, one change is there. So I have marked with a dash. 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 0. So 10 is also paid now. So I have tick mark with a 10. 2 is already paid, no problem. It's now 10 is also paid. Okay. Then I'll go for a second. 8 and 6. 1 change, 2 change, 3 change. So not possible to pair because there are 3 digits are changed. Next 8 and 9, 1 1 no change, 1 0 0 no change, 0 0 no change, 0 1, okay, one change is there. So I have right pair of 8 and 9. So 8 is paid now, 9 is also paid. Please make a put tick marks beside whenever it is paid, so that you can understand if it is not paid, that can be considered as your prime implicant. Okay, then 8 and 10, okay, 1 1, okay, same, 0 0 same, 0 1 same, 0 0, sorry, 0 1, this is here, third one is changed, 0 0. So 10 is also grouped, 8 and 10. Then I'll go for the first group is compared. Now as group 2 is compared with group 3. So I need to go for successive methods again. 6 and 11, 0 1 change, 2 change, leave it. Okay. 6 and 14, 0 1 change. So I have marked with a then 1 1, okay, no change, 1 1 no change, 0 0 no change. So that 6 and 14. So now tick mark with a 14. 6 is already you have ticked, okay, no problem. Now 14 is also paid. Then 6 with 15, there are two changes are there. No, leave it, not possible. Then come for 9 and 11. Okay, 9 and 11, no change, no change, a change. So here it is a change mark with and this. So tick mark with 11. Then 9 and 15. So there are two changes. You get 2 zeros, 2 ones, two changes, leave it. Then 10 and 11. Okay, there are 10 and 11, only one position is changed. So 10 11, one position, it is already tick mark, no problem. Then 10 and 14, 1 1 0 1, so second position is changed, other things are same. Okay, 14 is also marked. Then 10 and 15, so two changes, leave it. So then group 2, and what is the remaining thing here? Then 10, okay, second, this group is now group 3 is compared with group 4. Okay, 11 and 15, how many, one change is there, so that is 15 is also grouped. Now then 14 and 15, one change is there, mark. So all these are grouped. So leave it this table, forgot about this table, because in this table I am not finding any prime implicants. Now this is a new table occurred with 4 groups as reduced to 3 groups from here. Now again I need to do the same procedure for comparing group 1 to group 2, group 2 to group 3. Okay, so let's do that one. Yeah, now this is my group 2, table 2, which is occurred earlier. Okay, from this I'll start doing again. Okay, yes, now comparing 2 6 with 16 14. Okay, 2 6 and 16 14 minterms are comparing. Here 1 0 dash is there, so this is nothing but not same. 1 dash and 1, this is also changed. So there are two changes, leave it, it is not possible. Then 2 and 2 6 9 11 0 1 1 change dash and 0 not possible. 2 6 10 11 1 change 2 change not possible. 2 6 10 14 0 1 okay 1 change dash dash no change 1 1 no change 0. So that again here this is the change, so I have marked with cross mark. This is already there 1 0 okay. So which means that this is paired with this one okay. Then I need to go for 210 with 614. Yes, dash dash is there, 0 1 1 change is there, 1 1 and 0 0, so that dash dash 1 0, so that this is also paired with to whom 614 okay. Now I need to be recheck 210 with, is there any 911? No, two changes are there here, the W bit is changed and Y bit is changed, so leave it. And 210 with 10 11, again W and Z has changed, leave it. 210 and 10 14, no, again two changes, leave it. So that is over. Now 8 9 with 6 14, there are two changes in W position, in W position and this position, leave it. Then 8 9 with 10 11, again there are two changes here, 0 0 0 1, leave it. 8 9 with 10 14 okay. 8 9 with 10 11, 8 9 with 10 11 1 0 1 change dash mark, so that here this particular bit is changed, so I wrote this one, so this one is paired with this one, so this is not possible. Similar way you have to proceed okay, so that we get, these are the second table we got. Again now I need to start compare with group 1 to group 2 okay. Yeah, now this is a group I got measured min terms. Now I need to start grouping with, yes, so I'm start grouping. Is any possible here one change, no change, no change, one change, so it is not possible okay. This with this 2 6 4 14 to 10 14, any possible? No. So it means that there is no further possibility of grouping, so leave it. So now from this I'm writing an expressions like this. In the group 1 2 6 10 14 and 2 6 10 14, two terms are there. If you see, these two are same terms with the same output, so that has write as a 1. 2 6 10 14 as dash dash 1 0 dash dash 1 0. Then 8 9 10 11, 8 9 10 11, I have 1 0 dash dash 1 0 dash dash. So similar ga, these two are same, 10 11 14 15, 10 11 14 15, 1 dash 1 dash 1 dash 1 dash. So this is a merged group I have wrote. So next okay, a successive group term paired okay, this one bit position whatever we explained. So now this is a group I have merged group. So from this group I need to be draw a prime implicant table okay. This is a prime implicant table I have drawn. Sir, how y z bar okay. What I said that in prime implicant table, a row is consist of your prime implicants and column is your min terms values. In your, these min terms values are given in your problem 2 6 8 9 10 11, all the min terms need to be right here. And prime implicants, how you know that it is a prime implicant? So what is the value here? What is the value here? It is y z bar, because these two are eliminated. What is the value here? W x bar. What is the value? W and y. So these are the prime implicants I got from this table. So I have wrote is these are the prime implicants, and here whatever the min terms we have considered, those things I have wrote. Okay, those things. So now in this, I need to check for essential prime implicants. What are the essential prime implicants? Those who are not covered, which means that here this one is not pairing to any group, so this is essential. This is also essential. So is there any essential? This is somewhere pairing, this is somewhere, so which means that y and z dash y and z dash z dash is an essential this is essential prime implicant, which means that this y plus z bar should be in your output. Okay, y plus z bar should be in your output. Okay, so as we have seen in the video, okay, as seen with the different examples, but we found that here what is an essential prime implicant. So this is an essential prime implicant we have there. Okay, then I need to be remove that essential prime implicants from this table. I need to be removed, and I need to be form another table with existing prime implicants. So what I need to do here? Yeah, okay, here I have removed, and whatever the prime implicants are there. So here see, the min 2 and 6 are covered only one prime implicants, y and z. So it is an essential prime implicants. As in video we have seen that what is an essential and what is a prime. So this will be a part of your output expression. So I need to be removed that. Definitely that should be in your output expression. I have wrote it. So now again I am forming a table with remaining things. So 8, 9, 11, 15 is there. So from this, if I take I need to be check for is there any essential prime here. So definitely these two are only one thing is there. So I can say that this is again an essential prime implicants. Here this is covered again, and this is also this particular. So ultimately what we can say that these two w x bar and w y bar is also need to be in your output expression, because those are all essential prime implicants. So if you see wy, this is only one prime implicant, which is also need to be. So the min term 15 covered only one prime implicant. Min term 1 is only covering one prime implicant. So I can write my output expression is y z bar w x. So this manner I go for a, by drawing a tabular method, I can go and reduce the functions. So that similarly after that I need to draw a output for this. So the same thing. Okay, same thing we have seen in the video with one more example. Okay, and whatever here in whatever we are seeing in this, okay, these are the output wave